Welcome to 2K Sports. We've got live NBA basketball headed your way on this fine Wednesday afternoon. I'm Brian Anderson at the table with Grant Hill and Brent Barry. Our reporter is Allie LaForce.
Here we go.
So it's Miami now. Here's Hardy. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Burke. Unloads. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Here's Wade. Jokic the screen. It's picked off. Jang in the post. Pass to Hardy. Back to Jang. And that one is stuffed right through.
And this is something he does all too well. Great position for the putback there.
And I like how he doesn't think twice about passing it out. Just going right for the slam.
Well, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
And here's Jokic. There's the three. Jang pulls it in. Pass to Hardy. From deep. No luck on that one. Almost 2 minutes into the first here. Back to Jokic. Quickly up top. Now Jokic. Here's Wade. And he's missed his first 2 shots of the game.
Practically a block. Good, strong challenge.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss. That kind of energy not wasted.
Pass to Burke. A minute 53 left now in the first quarter. Oh, can't throw it down with one hand. Brent, we've seen Quickly step up as a team leader since he came into the league.
Well, he's had tremendous confidence in what it is that he brings to a basketball team from the very beginning. It's taken him a little bit of time to gain that in the NBA setting, but he is now asserting himself as a floor general.
Here's Jang. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
Miami shooting their initial free throws of the game here. Good on both.
Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who you going to pick to send to the free throw line? And he's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
We've got 1:13 left to play in the first quarter.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo! What a dunk, B.A.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Miami.
They've done a great job facilitating shooters. Their early game has seen a lot of hot passes and has kept the defense guessing as well.
Well, they've really attacked off of the turnovers, so leaking out and capitalizing on fast break stuff.
Now here's Doncic. Back to Jang. Doncic outside. Lets it go from the wing. Jang gets the bucket. Jang's got 6.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Here's Wade. Edwards can't hit.
That's a tough rebound if you don't have the length that he does, so the size paying off.
Edwards comes with a double team. Pass to Scalabrine. And stolen by Edwards. And they're on the run. Here's Robinson. Here's Wade. Pulled the shot a little left. The bounce goes his way, though. And so it's Miami with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. All right, stick around. We'll be right back. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, what's your take on Miami so far?
Oh, what a first quarter. You love their willingness to make the extra pass.
Well, so much unselfish play out there. The coaching staff has to be thrilled with that.
Pass to Wilkins. Back to Doncic. 4 on the clock. Here's Edwards. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
And that's a big-time bailout by Edwards. Knows how much time he has and just gets it off.
Here's Hardy. Still without a bucket. Down low. Here's Wembanyama. The rebound by Bamba. Doncic down the lane. Pass to Wilkins. Now Bamba. Beyond the arc. He can't get it to go.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
And Brent, you've always seen the flashes, but now it seems the game is slowed down for Kuminga.
Well, BA, a lot of fans clamoring for Kuminga to get minutes even earlier on, but the Warriors took a very slow approach to his development, and now you're starting to see some of that athleticism and strength and some of that patience paying off for Jonathan Kuminga.
And here's Doncic. In the paint, Luka!
The size and strength of Doncic can go overlooked. I mean, he's... Oh, man, just packing it down. Nice.
That's spectacular.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. And, yep, it's good. Kuminga's got 6 points.
That's a needle in the haystack shot right there. You're not going to hit that one all that often.
You can tell Doncic trusts his teammates. He'll get them looks and doesn't insist on doing everything himself.
Now Robinson. Pass to Wilkins. Doesn't go that time. Good D by Wembanyama. Left side, Winslow. 4-3. Colorado Springs with a rebound. Now here's Robinson. And a big finish by Robinson.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. The 3 from Wembanyama. The rebound by Bamba.
Defensively, you pick your poison. That time, they gambled off the right guy. Did you see that? Look at the elevation on that dunk, B.A.
Man, he just cocked it back and fired it down with one hand. And again, no good by Miami. The kick out to Edwards. Oh, Edwards! Money on the triple!
Shooting the three with confidence. That's exactly what this team needs from Edwards.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Wembanyama. And he hits the jump shot. Here's Doncic. Here's Robinson. And a big finish by Robinson.
Few guys distribute better than Doncic. He's got good instincts for when and where to send the ball.
Salon, no good.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Colorado Springs ahead, leading by 3. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. And here's Doncic. He'll bring it up for Colorado Springs. 3-point lead. Pass to Wade. The shot is good. Doncic making the play. Wade's got 6 points.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Back to Doncic. Lots of room. Yeah, that one's good.
I like when Doncic goes right up with it, giving the defense no time to react.
Pass to Jang. That one goes. Count it. Give him 8. Colorado Springs leading by 5. Here's Quickly. And here's Jokic. Fires the 3. Oh, what range from the big man, Jokic.
Good quick decision from Jokic. Catch it, shoot it, bury it.
And while Nikola Jokic has lots of years left in this league, he's already an all-time great, Grant.
You know, B.A., not many guys have won multiple MVPs and a title. But Jokic has already accomplished so much. And with his size and skill set, Jokic can be elite for a long time and add to that impressive resume. And that's something that Doncic wants to keep improving. Good to see him firing away from distance.
And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
The big-time throwdown.
Check him out. Keeps the grip on that rim after the finish. A little extra emphasis. And we're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Jokic in the post. Over Doncic. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in. Jokic has got 5 points in the quarter. Here's Jang. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
You can tell Doncic trusts his teammates. He'll get them looks and doesn't insist on doing everything himself.
Here's Jokic. Pass to Wade. Back to Jokic. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
I feel like Jokic could play with the baton out there because he's orchestrated.
Colorado Springs shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. Colorado Springs making a switch here. Here's Hardy. Still no points. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hardy.
I'm not sure what happened there. You just can't give away possessions in this league.
Colorado Springs leading by 9. Right around 3 minutes into this second half. Now here's Doncic. 7 points in the game. 5 on the clock. Goes up on the baseline. Misses off the right iron. Pass to Doncic. Lets the three fly. Colorado Springs with a rebound. Doncic right side. It's stolen by Kuminga. On the break. And again, no good by Miami. And so it's Colorado Springs with it. They lead by the biggest margin of the game at 9. Screen by Robinson. Quickly outside. Clock at 4. And we've reached the end of the third. Colorado Springs ahead, leading by 9. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get set for quarter number 4. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Miami trails by 9. To the paint. The rebound by Bamba.
Well, you could tell right there he just wanted to go for the jam, but the defense too good and distracting.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
And good effort from Isaac inside the paint. Just refusing to back off and getting fouled.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Colorado Springs.
I mean, they've played some beautiful basketball all game. The passing has been impressive, and it's opened up things with their ball movement.
Well, we've also seen them being very aggressive down in the paint. All game long, they've been hunting down those inside points. At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Hey, no good.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
Outside Edwards. Back to Isaac. And the dunk by Isaac.
And that was a big man play by Isaac, going in with intention and dunking it.
Pass to Robinson. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Isaac. And a great job by the D contesting that shot and forcing the miss. Bay from long range. Nails it from beyond the arc. Bay's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. And Colorado Springs calls timeout here. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, Colorado Springs coach had some advice for the team over the break. He said, keep it going, guys. Ride this wave of momentum. We're playing great right now, but we can't let up. Guys, back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. And so Jokic will bring it up for Colorado Springs. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Miami trails by 10. Here's Doncic. And he buries that one. Back rim and in. Doncic has got his first points of the game.
Using that change of pace off the dribble, Doncic gets the shots he wants.
Doncic. Scalabrine grabs the miss. Back to Burke. 20 feet out. Colorado Springs with a rebound.
Great work by the defense. That's the intensity coaches want to see.
And rejected. And that goes out of bounds. And they retain possession. Here's Jokic. Here's quickly. Clock at 6. Colorado Springs again can't hit. Drives to the hoop. Ooh, a two-handed power slam.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Pass to Wade. Kicks it to Doncic. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
And just a tenacious play by Doncic. Driving right into the defense and drawing a foul while shooting.
Second one is good. Getting both at the line. And it's an 8-point ball game. And it's Miami's ball. Pass to Doncic. Here's Scalabrine. Three-pointer. Counted from distance. Scalabrine's got 5 points now in the quarter.
This is anyone's game now, and they have the momentum.
Yeah, this is not the team that we saw in the first quarter right now. Way more confident out there, and the cohesion of the team is impressive.
Jokic. That one a little long. And it's Miami's ball. They're on a 10-2 run here. To the middle. Back to Jang. Pass to Burke. In transition, here they come. Here's Jokic. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. That's on Justice Winslow.
Just have to stay down on any kind of pump fake. Once Jokic got him up in the air, he had him. Free throws always a little bit sweeter when they can add to your lead.
For 3, Hardy. Cash. And now they trail by just 4.
And they're on a big run to make this game interesting. Can't let up now.
Well, they stacked up everything to get to this point. Now they have to shift into overdrive.
There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Quickly drives in. Kicks it to Doncic. From 15 feet away. Colorado Springs again can't hit. Pass to Burke. Doncic on the wing. Offensive board. Here's Hardy. No good. So Colorado Springs wins it. They played the villain tonight, and they played it well.
Yes, they did. And, you have 2 choices. You can either succumb to the hostility in this arena, or you can feed off of it and use it as motivation. They did the latter.
And that'll wrap it up, folks.
Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. And tonight, we'll see Colorado Springs as they go up against Boston. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines.
Here we go.
And it's Colorado Springs to start out. To the paint. Shoots in deep. And it falls over the rim and in.
Jokic putting his size to work, hard to stop down low.
That'll be a 5-second call. Isaac with the ball. Pass to Jokic. Nice ball movement by Colorado Springs. Isaac outside. Quickly with a wide open look. And he's good on the three ball.
I tell you, Isaac has great vision for a big man. Can see over defenders easily thanks to that size.
To the wing on the left. Pajemski with it. He's picked up by Doncic. Good on the triple.
There's so many things that make Harden a dangerous offensive player, but that three-point shot, that's tops on the list.
Now, here's Doncic. That three off the mark. And they're running. Here's Pajemski. Misses in close. Pass to Doncic. Fires the three. They get it back. Back to quickly. And Moody pulls it down. Pajemski on the wing. And here is Moody. Wade is covering. Kept alive. Here's Moody. Off target from outside. What's great about Jokic, GA, is he can put up MVP numbers, and he's got a little personality to him, doesn't he?
He does. You can tell he just loves life. He loves everything he does, especially when he's on the floor, making his teammates better.
Pajemski's shot is good.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Pass to Jokic. Over Duncan. Jokic, no good. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Here's Pajemski. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Pajemski's got 5 now.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Now, here's Jokic. Shoots over Pajemski. And another shot. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him.
And really, Doncic can score from any area. His arsenal is very impressive.
Harden outside. It's stolen by Wade. And now Isaac running the floor all by himself.
And how about Isaac there making himself a big target? Tough to match up with him in these open floor situations.
Harden's shot is off. And here's Isaac. He'll bring it up for Colorado Springs. It's a 3-point game. And they pick up 2.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And Wade slams it in.
Yeah, love watching Isaac find the open teammate. Has great floor awareness out there and just knows when one of his guys has a clean look.
On the wing quickly. Gets it off. And it's Colorado Springs headed to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Colorado Springs.
They're controlling the pace of this game, pushing the ball up court and getting good looks in early offense.
And they've sort of assumed control of this game with their pressure defensively. They've been into the ball handler. They've done a great job of swarming. So they're creating some turnovers that they're capitalizing on.
And it's Wilkins finishing it off.
And he just possesses that ability to wow the crowd every time he steps on the hardwood. They don't call him the human highlight for nothing.
And Colorado Springs making a change here. Harden with it. Picked up by Edwards. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Poked loose. It's stolen by Duncan. Back to Crawford. They grab their own miss. Second shot opportunity. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. Colorado Springs leading by 7. To the middle. Here's Robinson. A slam dunk by Robinson.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possessions.
Yeah, that's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and game is fully in their control.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. And Colorado Springs making a change here. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. On the wing, Green. Out to Doncic. Nice ball movement by Boston. Boston, no good that time either.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Pass to Green. A floater. Nice D from Doncic.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
Here's Green. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
At all times, he's on the court. Green is active and physical. He loves being in the middle of the action.
Wow. What, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. Goes up on the wing. Green with the rebound. Boston trails by 8. Oubre inside the three-point line. That one doesn't go. It's Smart with the drive. And that one, good. Smart's got his first bucket in this one.
For a guy who's still working on his range, love to see Smart attacking on the interior.
And slam dunk by Smart.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
So he gets them both.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Here's Bolar. And Boston with the rebound. Green with the ball. Now guarded by Smart. Oubre. And they recover it. Out to the right wing. A nice shot by Moody. Moody's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Timeout called here. Colorado Springs decides to talk it over. So both teams changing it up here. Colorado Springs leading by 7. And Buddy Hield is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Here's Bamba. And a miss there off the inbound. And here's Boston. Pass to post. Back to Butler. Three-pointer, Heel. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. Bamba with it. Butler covering. Here's quickly. Bamba with it. Shot clock at 6. Out to Edwards. Look at Edwards slotting home the 3.
And this is big for Edwards' confidence, wanting to keep hitting from downtown and stretching that defense.
Healed outside. Fires for 3. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Well, that's a guy you want to find, Buddy Hield, with the response from 3.
Wade from outside. That shot, no good. And the first half is now in the books. Colorado Springs ahead, leading by 7. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Boston trails by 7. When it comes to players who like having fun, Greg, Jimmy Butler has to be way up there.
Kevin, did you see his media picture for the 23-24 season? He looked like he belonged in an emo band with that hairstyle. Jimmy is definitely one of those guys that likes to troll and have fun.
Back to Jokic. It's hauled in by Jackson Davis. Here's Boston now. Here's Duncan. And he gets the bucket.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Pass to Jokic. There's Jokic being aggressive inside.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession.
I'll tell you what, they're really fortunate there. Those long bomb passes usually spell disaster, but they get away with one there.
Back to Duncan. Nice ball movement by Boston. Shoots the 3.
And it's just encouraging to see Luka step up on defense. Must continue to bring that type of intensity. You know what? Didn't find a very good shot on that possession, but still able to get 2 points.
Here's Doncic. Quick shot there, and it's off target. Boston trails by 5. Pass to Moody. And it's Wade with the rebound. And it's Wade with the ball for Colorado Springs. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Jokic hatches his way to finish inside.
And the concentration from Jokic, spectacular, just shrugging off that contact.
Wade surveying the D. Isaac misses. There's 1:59 left in the third. Harden. And it's sent back by Isaac.
Oh, how about the read from the young fella? Isaac is dependable at anticipating when to go for the block.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Pass to Podziemski. Worthy with a clean look. Boston, no good that time either.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here's Robinson. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. And now a 9-point Colorado Springs lead.
Exceptional playmaking there from Jokic, just seeing the gap.
Good on the three-point shot. Moody's got 6 points.
And guys, there are some you can give that shot to, but let's be clear, he's not one of them. Terrible job there by the D.
Here's Wade. Driving in. Deep 2 from Robinson. Misses off the left iron. Here's Worthy. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And now it's just a 4-point Colorado Springs lead.
Well, an excellent passer, Harden taking pride in finding an open teammate.
To the left wing. Jokic with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Here's quickly. Back to Jokic. Stolen by Harden. Here's Duncan. Robinson pulls it in.
Man, I thought he was making that in so close. That's some aggressive defense.
Trying to find Jokic. Gets it to him. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
What's Jokic, like 6'10" out there? Not many defenders are going to be able to match up with that kind of size.
Boston trails by 7. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Stolen by Quickly. Pull-up jumper. And it's Robinson with the bucket inside. Robinson's got 4 points this quarter.
Changing ends quickly, getting the advantage in numbers and finishing. They've been doing it all night long.
Yeah, their energy level's been amazing. Battery bar still full, hustling and still working hard out there.
To the left side wing. It's Worthy, high post. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Worthy's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Now, say what you will about the value of the three-pointer, but those close-in looks are always plan A. Every trip down, get to the paint, get deep, score.
And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play. So Edwards will go to the free throw line. It's on Kelly Oubre. And Edwards, no good on that one. And it's Colorado Springs in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. Back right after this. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. So it's Colorado Springs now. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Here's Quickly. Green with the block.
No matter what night it is, Green seeks to intimidate and more often than not succeeds.
Jimmy Butler just seems to raise his game come playoff time, Brent. It is a thing of beauty.
It's pretty awesome to see that kind of confidence where a guy just lays in the weeds for a little while and then in the biggest moments comes in and stands out. So that's not always just about Jimmy Butler. It's about his team having that kind of confidence in how he performs in the biggest moments.
Out to Edwards. Launches a three. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. And Colorado Springs leads by 10.
And that corner pocket triple, terrific shot by Edwards from deep.
Here's Robinson. And the dunk by Robinson.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the boards.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
Outside, Green. The kick outside to Butler. Nice ball movement by Boston. Harden with it. Picked up by Edwards. 4 on the shot clock. Boston, no good that time either. Colorado Springs leading by 12. The three ball. It's hauled in by Jackson Davis. Out to Doncic. There's the triple. Rebounded by Colorado Springs. Edwards looking it over. On the wing quickly. Edwards inside. Jacks up a three. It's hauled in by Jackson Davis. Deflects the pass. And it goes out of bounds. That went off Robinson.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Up top, Doncic. Outside, Green. No good on the triple. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for Colorado Springs. Let's find out the news on Tim Duncan. David, what's the update?
Hi, guys. Well, the head athletic trainer for Boston provided some information for us. He told me it's a pinched nerve in his neck, and that has him in a lot of pain.
Good information, David. He's certainly been on our minds. Now, at least, Greg, we have a little more clarity.
Yeah, now they have the information they need to take the best course of action.
Everybody wishing the best for him. We all know how badly he wants to be out there playing alongside his teammates and competing.
And I love how Doncic reads the floor, varies his pace, and uses every trick of the bag to get where he wants to go.
Doncic, no good. It's intercepted. And it's sent back by Isaac.
And that long wingspan of Isaac aids him there in turning away shots, but it's also the timing he displays when he attacks the shooter.
Out to Doncic. Clock at 6. Butler from outside. Boston, no good that time either.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Colorado Springs.
Well, I've been impressed with the ball movement all game long. They're really looking to just make that extra pass.
Well, something else that has stood out is their up-tempo offense. I mean, these guys have been on the track all game long. They're creating high percentage looks, getting out there on the fast break.
Wade on the wing. Takes the three. And here's Doncic from the arc. Back to Wade. Isaac outside. Out to Doncic. This one for three. They get it again. Fires away from outside. The shot, no good. And so Colorado Springs takes the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brent Berry, Greg. Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. On the sidelines, it's David Aldridge.
Here we go.
And so off the tip, it's New York. Pass to Duran. It's a great finish!
Oh, my gosh.
Wow. We are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. Doncic. Count that one.
Once Doncic gets inside with the ball, he's halfway there. Then he just uses his strength to finish the job.
Greg, you think about oversized point guards, and the gold standard has always been Magic Johnson. Now you look at Luka Doncic, and he's certainly big for that position.
Definitely some positive similarities, right? But the big difference is one of those guys has 5 rings. And that's not a knock on Doncic. This is a team sport, but Magic's ability to affect winning was right there with another MJ, Michael Jordan.
And he makes that one.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Pass to Ogman. And here is Duran. And again, it's New York.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Now, here's Quickly. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. With every passing season, Quickly's role seems to expand.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, he's had to prove himself over and over. And now that he has, I don't think you'll find nearly as many doubters as he had when he first came into the league.
Quarter outside. Here's Black. Here's Duran. And yes, it's good.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Pass to Wade. And it's sent back by Wallace.
And this is why Wallace is an elite-level defender, has a great sense of timing for when to rise up and contest shots.
Now, here's Jokic. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Back to Wallace. That one's in, his first shot this game.
And as one of the strongest guys in the league, that's where Wallace wants to operate, down in the paint.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Pass to Jokic. Now, here's Quickly. 4 on the clock. Robinson misses. All by himself. Here's Duran. Finished off the break. 6 points here for Jalen Duran.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Outside Robinson. Jokic high post. Quickly looking it over. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Yeah, easy call.
Colorado Springs shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. He hits one and misses one, each at the line. New York leading by 3. Pass to Augman. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Robinson with the block. Now Bamba. Back to Doncic. It could go. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. Jalen Duren has been leading the charge for New York. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific back. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for New York.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
And the other thing I've been impressed with, guys, is their assertiveness at attacking the paint, trying to hunt for those high percentage looks.
Bamba's shot is off. Pass to Oden. Here's Augman. Sinks that one from the post. Augman's got the lead up to 5 now for New York.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
And that 7'9" wingspan on full display there. Bamba swooping in with authority. Looking to make plays for others. We've seen this from him all night.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found him. And you love to see a guy dishing it like this.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Robinson. And Colorado Springs making a change here. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. To the inside. Some nice passing by New York here. Wing shot on the way. Haslem. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
You know, he almost pulled the trigger on that possession, but recognized that there was a better option. That's what we mean by playing for your teammates.
Here's Bamba. Back to Doncic. Clock at 6. Isaac a screen. Bamba's shot is off. New York leading by 5. We know very few players in the league, Stan, can put up points with the ease that Michael Porter Jr. can, don't we?
One of the prettiest shots in the league, Kevin. He's got great size. He's got that high release, and he gets it off quick. When he's shooting it well, he can take over a game.
And he rebounds well, too. He does other things in addition to scoring.
Well, that's where he's really improved, doing those other things. Nice pass inside, making things easy for him now.
Pass to Bamba. Out of bounds. New York takes possession. .144 left in the first half. Here's Black. Still yet to score. Now here is Haslem. Down low. Shot by Oden is no good.
Oh, you got to finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
New York leading by 5. Porter with it. Isaac picks him up. And Michael Porter good for 3. Porter's got 5 points so far.
Just sensational form and touch on display from Porter. When he gets any room to shoot from deep, he's looking to fire.
Timeout called here. Colorado Springs decides to talk it over. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Inside, here's Wallace. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And the bruising nature of Wallace's game, terrific at just seeking out contact.
Wallace hits 2 free throws. Colorado Springs trails by 10. They need this. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Pass to James. Here's Castle. Stolen by Robinson. Driving in. Banked in off the glass. New York leading by 8. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
You like to see Castle creating opportunities for his team.
And Jokic slams it in.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display. Out to the wing. Here's Jokic. It's rebounded by New York.
Yeah, you won't see him miss many dunks unless you've got somebody right in his face, as was the case there on that possession. Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. And tonight, it'll be Houston going up against Colorado Springs. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Brent Berry. David Aldridge will join us momentarily from the sidelines.
Here we go.
And it's Colorado Springs to start out. Outside, Smart. Pass to Bullar. Knocked away. It's Allen on the wing. Out of bounds. It'll be Colorado Springs ball. Here's Smart. Jimmy Butler just seems to raise his game come playoff time, Brent. It is a thing of beauty.
It's pretty awesome to see that kind of confidence where a guy just lays in the weeds for a little while and then in the biggest moments comes in and stands out. So that's not always just about Jimmy Butler. It's about his team having that kind of confidence in how he performs in the biggest moments.
No coverage that time.
And we're so used to Doncic operating with the ball in his hands, but it's good to see him mix it up and work off the catch.
Outside Kirilenko. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now it's a shootout.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter, just served him up.
Back to Doncic. Stolen by Robinson. It's stolen by Allen. The kick outside to Butler. And a wide open look for Kirilenko. And another three for Houston.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. Think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
On defense, Houston. Porzingis comes with the double team. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That is his first foul of the game. So it's Colorado Springs now to the paint. Nice ball movement by Colorado Springs. Here's Doncic. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And so confident. Even amongst the trees, Doncic is fantastic at forcing the issue close to the rim.
He's perfect from the line this time.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Knocked loose. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. And the dunk by Doncic.
And you can tell that Doncic loves leaking out. They're able to get to the right spot there in transition.
Pass the Butler. To the inside. Porzingis can't hit.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Inside. Porzingis. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
Yeah, almost impossible to stop down low at 7-3. Porzingis over the top.
Outside Robinson. Pass to Bullar. Back to Robinson. Shot clock at 6. Wade outside. Colorado Springs needs to get off a shot. Dives for it. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wade. 34 seconds left in the first. Over in the corner, Doncic. The offensive rebound. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. Here's Doncic. Misses in close. Colorado Springs leading by 3. Here he goes. Bullar. And good that time.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Colorado Springs leads by 5. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Colorado Springs. Guys?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Yeah, couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
Pass to Bamba. And it's quickly in the corner. Smart wide open. He fires. And he's good on the 3-ball. Smart's got the lead up to 8 now for Colorado Springs. Adebayo with the ball. Bamba with the block.
The main thing you get with Bamba, imposing defender, shot blocker, alters everything in the paint.
Outside, Smart. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. You know, Brent, when you wonder why GMs take a risk on Project Big Man, Bam Adebayo is an example of why they do just that.
Yeah, Kevin, it's not always about the project working out. It's about teams that have a plan for the project, and certainly Miami was able to do that. And you have to credit Bam. He put the work in. The guy has been solid. He's an all-star. He's continuing to improve, and he gives you everything on both ends of the floor every night.
Wade outside. On the wing quickly. And Colorado Springs missing again. Houston trails by 8. Gilgeous-Alexander looking around. To the middle. Here's Adebayo. And he makes good on the layup.
Bam knowing what to do. He's owning the paint right now.
Wade left side. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
And so Doncic will bring it up for Houston. 8-point game. And Adebayo throws it down.
Now you try your best defensively to push Bam away from the rim. That's easier said than done.
Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. .152 left in the first half of the game. Here's Butler. Down low. And it's Adebayo in the corner. Out of bounds. It'll be Colorado Springs ball. Colorado Springs leading by 6. Here's Doncic. Isaac outside. We've got 1:18 left from the first half of basketball.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul call.
Outside Kirilenko. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. Kirilenko's got 9.
Have to get out on him. He'll burn you from there repeatedly.
Timeout called here. Colorado Springs decides to talk it over. Three minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Doncic comes with the double team. Here's Isaac. Here's Bolar. Doncic left side. Isaac outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Inside. Here's Bolar. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2. Houston trails by 3. It's Allen with the drive. Great D that time from Edwards. They push it up 4 on 3. Stolen by Kirilenko. 7-second difference. Shot and game clock. Ball's knocked loose. Allen outside. It's Allen on the wing. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Colorado Springs leading by 3. Back to Doncic. Smart on the wing. To end the drought, Doncic knocks in the 3. The shot by Kirilenko. No good on the last second attempt there. And it's Colorado Springs with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. Back right after this. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And so here is Houston. They trail by 6. Doncic right side. Pass to Kirilenko. Back to Doncic. 6 on the shot clock. The shot by Kirilenko, no good. Colorado Springs leading by 6. The baseline J. Isaac misses. Greg, you think about oversized point guards, and the gold standard has always been Magic Johnson. Now you look at Luka Doncic, and he's certainly big for that position.
Definitely some positive similarities, right? But the big difference is one of those guys has 5 rings, and that's not a knock on Doncic. This is a team sport, but Magic's ability to affect winning was right there with another MJ, Michael Jordan.
There's the pick. Pass to Bilal. Shoots over Doncic. And it's Kirilenko with the rebound. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Allen outside. Back to Porzingis. Outside Kirilenko. It's up a 3. Another miss by Houston. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Out to Doncic. Here's Bilal. And stolen by Butler. On the wing, Doncic. Stolen away. And now here comes Robinson leading the break. Pass to Bilal. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tony Allen. That's his first foul. Timeout called here. Colorado Springs decides to talk it over. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
There's a screen. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And for Porzingis, gosh, a dunk looks so easy.
Right side, Smart. Latrey sinks the triple. Smart's got 8.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
Pass to Bilal. And Kirilenko sends it back. The 3. Rebounded by Colorado Springs.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
5 on the clock. Nice ball movement by Colorado Springs. Kept alive. Wade. Off target at the rim. Houston trails by 7. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Back to Kirilenko. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. Drains it from beyond the arc.
More often than not, Gilgeous-Alexander would pass on that shot, but he drains it this time.
And Doncic, here we go. Here's Bilar. And another shot. Out to Wade. And he hits the buzzer beater.
The defense has to be besides themselves there. Terrific shot to close out the quarter by him.
And it's Colorado Springs. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. And so quickly, we'll bring it up for Colorado Springs. They lead by 7. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
In an instant, quickly saw the opening, didn't hesitate.
Wade outside. There's the 3. Here's Doncic. Rebounded by Colorado Springs. Floats one. Isaac misses. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Wade outside. Pass to Doncic. Adebayo with the ball. 6 to shoot. To the wing right side. Bilar with the rebound. Colorado Springs leading by 9. Over Adebayo. Bilar's shot is off. And so it's Houston with it. Pass to Adebayo. Now Doncic. Back to Adebayo. And it's blocked. And they get it back. Wade for 3. Another miss by Houston.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Tatum. Here's Bilar. Edwards with it. He's picked up by Doncic. Tatum's shot is off.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. So both teams changing it up here. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I was able to catch the message Steve Kerr gave to his team. Coach is not happy with that 3-point battle. He told his team, we're down because they're making more threes than us. We have to defend the line if we're not making them at the other end. Guys?
Thank you, David. Colorado Springs leading by 7. Pass to Robinson. There's a screen by Robinson. Nice shot by Smart.
For a guy who's still working on his range, love to see Smart attacking on the interior.
Brunson for 3. Likes the look and drains it.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be guarding him. Ridiculous lapse there defensively.
And Doncic gets it to go.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. The shot by Karolinko, no good. Outside Robinson. Pass to Doncic. Isaac outside. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. And Mitchell puts up a deep 3. Rebounded by Colorado Springs.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
Here's Bilar. Nifty move. Basket counts. Bilar's got the lead up to 10 now for Colorado Springs.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
Doncic with it. Now defended by Mitchell. Fate looking very thin now, Greg, with very few ticks of the clock remaining.
They'll need something special to happen, and it needs to happen fast.
Hands it from downtown. Robinson drives in. Good on the first, and that will push the lead to double digits. And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good.
Yeah, you'd like to convert them all, but that should still be enough to secure the win.
And so Colorado Springs takes the win. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
You want